Hello everyone, my name is Anvesha Reddy. I secured 80th rank in Civil Services exam 2016. I'm presently posted as Assistant Collector in Ganjam district of Odisha. Today I would like to discuss with you the preparation strategy for psychology optional of Civil Services exam. First of all, people are hesitant in taking psychology optional because they think that only those with psychology background in graduation or something like that can do well. And also, there is another misconception that the optional is not very scoring. I would like to state that both the above misconceptions are not true. In fact, anyone with any sort of background with a little bit of interest in psychology can take the optional and score very well. And coming to the second thing about the fluctuations in the scores of optionals, compared to optionals like geography and public administration, psychology is better in terms of scoring in UPSC. It anyway suffers from the lows and ups and downs of UPSC cycles, and it is decently scoring in that way. And another reason why people should take psychology optional is its syllabus overlaps with that of ethics, paper 4 of GS. And one more thing is psychology optional has a lot of interesting things like experiments and other research studies that make studying it a lot more enjoyable. So one will be able to have a lot of enjoyment even while studying this optional. For people who are not even aware of what is there in psychology optional, first of all, I would like to give a brief overview of it. So, for civil services exam, psychology optional is divided into two papers. Paper 1 consists of broadly introduction, cognitive psychology, personality part, and methods. Introduction to psychology deals with the journey of psychology as a field since its inception in 1870s till today. It also deals with various schools of thoughts in psychology like some psychoanalytical school, behavioral school, cognitive psychology, humanistic school of thought, and its present position today. It also has a lot of interesting debates like nature versus nurture and others. And coming to cognitive psychology part, cognitive psychology tries to deal with the way we make sense of the world around us through attention, sensation, and perception, through our memory, through learning, how we learn new behaviors, through intelligence and aptitude, through uh, motivation and emotion, and also it deals with language. And coming to the next part, that is personality uh, chapters, they deal with how our human behavior is uh, how from birth we develop our human behavior, and as well as personality types, whether the personality is a result of our nature or is it because of our nurture. Many theories try to answer these basic questions. And as well as there are chapters on attitudes, values, and interests. Apart from this, in paper 1 there are topics on research methods, including some statistical parts. Overall, paper 1 is largely theoretical, and a good grip over theory part and decent answer writing skills will fetch you good marks in paper 1. Coming to the paper 2 is a applied part. Paper 2 has topics like therapy, mental disorders, education psychology, environmental psychology, psychology of terrorism, gender psychology, sports psychology, etc. So, concepts of paper 1 are used in real life situations in paper 2. That is about the introduction to uh, the syllabus. Coming to the preparation part, the basic foundation of preparation for psychology and also for any other optional is knowing its syllabus. Knowing its syllabus as well as its previous year's question papers. Once these are known, basic books should be pursued. Basic material for paper 1 is NCRTs, class 11th and 12th, Barron, Introduction to Psychology, as well as a book by Ciccarelli. Other than this, Mukul Patak sir's class notes is very useful for preparation to psychology optional. And coming to paper 2, the sources are limited, but Smarak Swain's Applied Psychology is a good source for paper 2. So once the way how to go about the syllabus is to form a brief, first to go through the entire syllabus once and then prepare a consolidated notes from all the sources. This consolidated notes is very useful, especially at the later stages just before mains, for a quick revision and everything. And it saves you a lot of time from going from this source to that. And after how making notes and preparation, most important thing is answer writing. So I would suggest that when you are pursuing, when you are trying to study these chapters, simultaneously after every chapter you attempt the questions of previous years. That is a very good approach to keep continuously in touch with the type of questions UPSC is asking. Other than that, you can also join a good test series, which will be a lot of help. In this regard, Mukul Pathak sir's test series for psychology optional is one of the best one out there. Apart from this, one problem in psychology answer writing, especially from paper 2, is our answers tend to be like GS answers. The questions are like GS questions, so our answers also tend to be like GS answers. So the main trick is to make them sound more like psychology answers rather than like GS ones. To do this, make a list of keywords from paper 1, like for example, dehumanization and reinforcement, all simple terms. Make a list of those terms and use those terms very liberally in answers of paper 2. Other than this, make a list of all the experiments and other researches of paper 1. These can be used in paper 2 to make them more psychology type answers. And lastly, one of the most important things required for psychology optional is interlinkages between various chapters. Like you'll have to be very thorough with these chapters so as to utilize concepts of memory in paper 2 as well as concepts of intelligence in paper 2. So that is where the scoring lies. Uh, so this is all I have to say, and I would like to thank Team Core Sevi and also wish them good luck. Thank you.